Next is Illovo sugar, right? Everyone loves Illovo. If you're old enough to remember that advertising slogan, let's see if it still applies to the stock. Extensive agricultural and manufacturing operations in 6 African countries across the region. Big sugar growing operations here, big operations in Malawi, and big operations in Zambia, where they control businesses that are listed in those markets as well. I'm sure dominant players in those countries. Remember also that it is 51% owned. That's the overall owning company here is 51% held by an Associated British Foods company. Well, that's the name of the company, Associated British Foods. I think it's the Western family. It's a big global conglomerate with other interests in food and in Canada and all over the show. Market cap of this one, 10.4 billion rand. Price earnings ratio, 12.9. Not dividend paying at the current moment. But a company that's performed quite well. We've quite liked them at various times when the sugar price was going. And as one ought to be reminded, their operations in places like Malawi and Zambia have the dual benefit of growing local markets and the ability to export sugar for a while, yet still into the European Union because of the most favoured nation situation.
Yes, that's been in place since 2009. Look, the weak euro hasn't really helped them in the past year or so. But you're quite right. It helps them to smooth out some of that cyclicality that you get in the local market. About 10 years ago, that's right, it was bought out by British Sugar, a subsidiary of Associated British Foods, and there were quite a few other companies vying for it. So, I mean, this came out of the greater, what was the Barlow's Group, C.G. Smith in those days. So yeah, it's a great company. It's always been incredibly well managed. And I mean, I think that's still the thing today. But again, subject to all those vagaries we talked about earlier.
Internal management change. Graham Dalglish is now the CEO, but he had been involved in different parts of the ABF empire. Share price, though, tells a story of a stock price reacting somewhat negatively to the global sugar price trend, which is fair enough. I mean, that determines their margins. There's nothing you can do about it.
Now, we saw the trading update the other day, and I think earnings are going to be, what, about 7% down or thereabouts. Not great, but a good quality company that I think you can have a look at once you're confident about the future direction of the sugar price.
Which is going to follow oil, chances are, and general kind of trends in global consumption. Going not hot?
Not hot.
Not hot. I think that's the right call with the share price. It looks like that. Okay.